what about the Formula 1 20, my team took the episode 41 and his time from Miami Grand Prix, and he's the third American Grand Prix of this season. We know the last 3 races, China was fantastic. Even though I finished P10 because of the damage I had underbody, so therefore got damage, but I still finished P10, which I get 1 point, which I'm happy about. And plus, I do want to apologise again for how bad the editing was fine. It's more of a replay, since you know how I get things from the replay highlights, and I put it in there and everything. But the reason why I'm doing that in episode 40 is it was the file corrupted, but I was very pissed because it was really chaotic. Like, it was literally, was supposed to be one of the, maybe not one of the mayhem, like that or something, but unfortunately the file was corrupted, so I apologise for that. But like I said, we'll be heading over to Miami, and hopefully we can improve in position Y and points and everything until we finish P10. We could have finished on podium. Unless we were fighting for podium, then obviously we got overtaken already by the Mercedes and everything. But I do think Miami, we could try get lucky with something. Take Miami to sleeve 30. And we know I'm not good at sleeve 30, so I do try my best to do really well. So we got sponsored, we tried to renew it, but we got renew they didn't respond to that Tom until season 4. We always did a change in season 4, so we got activity to do. So I was seeing you when I finished with this. So we done the activity, so we got 4 things in there, so that's all done. So we got 3.63 million. I don't think we actually do have enough for any upgrade apart from D2, which I'm actually considering doing. Theo is really good driver. He's done really well, but in Charlotte he's done quite bad. He actually done quite poorly, which is half unfortunate, but hopefully in Miami we turn it around or something. So I don't really think we could get any upgrade apart from personnel. I don't really think I'm going to do any upgrade for specs just yet. Because we don't have enough money for like aerial, chassis, powertrain, durability, but we got 1,500, 1,500 obviously one resources point. We can get talently wing flap, which is 1,500, which would be perfect. We got nothing for chassis, nothing for powertrain, we got a couple for durability. I've had a durability issue just yet, but I'm planning to put a new update into durability maybe after this day, because after we done this one and the chassis, it's basically chassis, powertrain, aerial, and they need to finish until I get the basically going to take a while. So I'm going to get standard, which is fine to do all to the coming before Miami, and we are doing, looking pretty good. We are better than most of the team in aerial wise. But I do want to get better and try to lose Ferrari, but in order to do that, I need specially. So, but right now, I think we're tired of the Alpine, but when we get both of those, we should be able to overtake Alpine some point. So, I'm going to do my room now, and hopefully we get both up there, and fingers crossed it will help with Miami's, in my opinion, it's that feel like twisty 30, that's what it feels like, but I could be very long to, I know, like, in my head. So we got personnel meeting, we've been running new Porsche stint data, and it appeared to be cutting fine when it comes to the fuel load. We don't want it to occur in actual day. How we approach it, speak to Theo to highlight the issue. We help with that awareness, but then late 12 is bad. If we ignore it, late 12 get better, and when it get bad. Honestly, I'm gonna have to tell him to improve awareness, because we remember Abu Dhabi, he had the bad awareness, but he literally came in to me, and I believe he done that in China. Top of those, sometimes he will forget that I'm next to him, which always, try to piss me off, but it's also me I have to be careful as well, so But hopefully in Miami you don't really want to sit out in love. We can finish in points together. Especially I need to get on the podium. I have to be on podium for like this season now. This is the third season and I really want to be on podium so badly. So we got both up there, which is really good for it. And hopefully that will help us out. We got back to the Alpine, fantastic. So we acted in progressing really well. But we definitely taking respect. No doubt. But what respect I need to get. So earlier we are scheduled on we've made pretty much made Shakti, we got all the Shakti which is good. But I really wanted to be able to stay where I am in there. Shakti, I don't even know where I'm pretty sure I'm bottom in Shakti because I remember getting the Caliber, I get right in the bottom. The power train, we actually bought, I think, the ability right in the bottom. So in production history, the hardest stay this time. Quite the part about that actually. Sorry to hear the dot barting ship trying all the barting now is stopped. There were bars I did something to do with outside, so I apologise for the barting, so let's get back into it. So by the look of it, the hardest stay this time out the way, employed from Barley in the lactic, not up there. Always how they've been improving, stopped improving after Australia. I know they've been improving tentatively, which I'm really good, I'm happy about. The William improved but stayed the same after Australia. The Alpine stayed the same. Mercedes improved but stayed the same after Australia. Ferrari improved, McLaren obviously improved due to the update we got, the patch. That McLaren got one of the top team, and then Red Bull's tied McLaren. In fact, it looks like McLaren is ahead of Red Bull, but not what is said on the side. Red Bull is faster. So we wait to see what can happen in the day of Miami. So I'm just heading over to some practice section, and I was seeing you in qualifying. Today we're going straight into it. Because I tried to restart the game so I can change my bloody engine component, but because I forgot to do it, I forgot to change my engine component, so that's why I was still going straight into it. I tried to restart, but it was too late. It says, look, 75% were, so it's 7 minutes. And then the rest of them, I just lie with all of them. There's 4 minutes, 7 minutes to that, 11 minutes. That one, do you know what? Stay like that. We stay like that one. Did I be 8, 9 minutes? So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do you know what? Flip it. Go for it. 14 minutes. Oh, shoot. I'm knocked up big time. I'm gonna keep it. Gonna do 2 laps back to back. I can't believe I messed it up. It's fine. It's not the end of the world really. So I'm gonna snip through it, and hopefully I can be able to back to back without an issue. I can't believe I messed it up. Like, I'm gonna go straight out. I don't think we have time. Yeah, we don't have time to do back to back.
Okay, there's 2 minutes left in this session and we're in the drop zone. We need a quick lap or that's qualifying over for us.
As you see, I've P21, so I moved up one position, and that's all due to because I've matched up in the structure, well, just before structure 2, matched up well up too wide, but the sun was directly right in my face, so I had to for shit. So obviously I went too wide, I had to see anything. So unfortunately, I'm going to be finishing P21. Which is not exactly where I want to be, but Theo, P12, the police, Theo do absolutely fantastic for it. So I apologise for the mistake with the entry component and the sun beating down to my blood and face that I see anything that I can possibly control anything about it. So unfortunately I'm finishing P21. I don't even know where Theo joined to be. I'm assuming it's P1 or something. Well, I hope he is. So P21, I'm going to work so hard, still up to the field, so hopefully we can finish. I'm thinking P12, that where I can potentially finish, if you remember season 1 Miami, no, season 2 Miami, so season 1 Miami, there were Lando who made a mistake by spinning the car in turn 1. So hopefully that mistake happened, bring down that for that, and I'll do better for that one. So I think we should wait to see. But I'm tired of a noise with the fact that I messed up with the entry components, so there's nothing I can do about it in the past. So getting ready to crack over to Miami Grand Prix, and I'll see you at the end of the Grand Prix.
We're here in the coastal shores of Florida for the Miami Grand Prix, which has become the 11th Formula One track held in the United States. The grandstands are packed for what we hope is going to be another fantastic race. A lap of the Miami Grand Prix features 3.36 miles of track around the Hard Rock Stadium, and 19 corners make up the Miami International Autodrome, which will challenge the drivers in a tight wheel-to-wheel race. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Perez, Leclerc, Hülkenberg, Gasly, Oscar Piastri, Tsunoda, De Vries, Sainz, Ocon, Théo Pourchaire, Bottas, Joe, Liam Lawson, Stroll, Norris, Albon, Magnussen, and the owner-driver rounds off the grid. Hughes and Logan Sargent. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat is Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching out for as they head into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
When I getting ready to crack on to Miami Grand Prix, so this strategy I'm going for is stop the medium, and the reason behind that is because we could remember what I spoke about them after practice section I had. The hard tire did not feel that good for me to be able to say, you know what, like love on hard tire, adding the section thing. But I think it was that comfortable for me to be able to do it, so I'm happy to do stop the medium, but it requires that I have to protect the tyre, so it's a bit of a, on both sides really, so we should got to be able to maintain our tyre wear, making sure we don't do anything to make it worth it, like hurt it. Another thing, so I'm going to be getting ready to 5 red line, and he is underway with George Russell P1, Max Verstappen is locked position to Sergio P3, Like we now dropped the P14 is 15 and we got Carlos size corner and I didn't even get anything from that one, so I just didn't the car back end, but I still maintain P15 is P14, so it's not that good for me. And we got Charles Leclerc on P5 behind off the PS. We're not in China. Nico Hulkenberg had done really good way. Finity on podium P2, so Ken Hulkenberg continue a good performance here, and we got Carlos Sainz trying to get the move done on the long quickly slow, but he can do it because I'm defended for P14, but just a warning, I did not feel good neither allowed in qualifying, neither allowed in practice. It was one of the worst tracks I probably have done by far of Miami, which is kind of annoying, but I mean, as long I'm driving with no technician, no that, just basically try to drive clean as possible, then I'm happy for it. So we got a slow and a hat of a got Tyler behind with Albon, and they're medium tire runners, so they was bored. What I should have done is do a medium third and then stop at the end. That's what I should have thought of, because I want to be able to go as long as I can. But you know, sometimes things change and I'd rather go on stop tyre and then now making a move on slow on the inside and really good dive bomb, got the move in, which I'm really happy about the move, and we basically forced slow to fight with Sire as Sire tried to go on the inside, and we had a little contact and I braked very early and I nearly went into the wall because of how uncontrollable my car is on the track. So I just had a little minor mishap with Carlo, but there was no damage to it, which is then of course for it. But it's a thing about this track that I'm feeling really uncomfortable to drive a lot. I don't know, maybe because my car setup isn't that good, or is just not the day that my car will get a really good performances in. So I think we never know until we go into the next day. We have to find out from there. So far we are doing pretty well to up to P13. So all I can do right now is try to defend as much as I can. Carlo is literally driving past up right now. We know that Ferrari got paid, but I got into slipstream and try to defend for P13. And I dive brake a bit late to force Carlo to have a little problem with it, and over the lap 4 got slow. I'll try to do it again, but because I know how to defend quite well, I'm like Fernando Alonso of defend or something, or Sebastian Vettel, but obviously I'm not that good at them anyway. But I just knew, just because it's out of the point, I still got to try to fight for it really. And we got Leclerc did a move on Australian off the PS on the inside, go a long way right on the outside, technically get it done because we not did a very quick, but Oxley done really well defending for P4. So but there's still opportunity opening in the main straight that Hamilton all he needed to do was put on the others if we did it all quick. So not Hamilton, but my saying Leclerc. I get confused to remember Hamilton's rather the team last season. So Leclerc now got the move done on the inside, getting to the lap, just get to the last corner. City Hall was a really good active, yes, he can do active to like defense move on to off the PS3. And we got Carlo doing the same thing, coming back at this time. It's like this back and forth and now the main slow. But the problem we have is that can I keep up that problem I have, because my car is not as quick. So over the lap 6 with a lot of time to Carlo. So it's inevitable really. I knew when Carlo's on past it was done for. Carlo is absolute quick in Ferrari, even though Ferrari is that low. So I think Carlo's having a bad form so far this season, because he hasn't really finished higher than P5 I believe. As a lot of this area right here in sector 1 I struggle the most, and not going to like the stand is annoying as hell, but it's so like in my face and I can't see a thing. That's what annoys me the way. But I should got the team needed my muscle memory knowing where the track and the breaking point is, and we've got Albon trying to overtake me, but I still display a really good attack on Albon, trying to take the P14 back, and we've got the Porsche P15, and what I'm having a bad feeling with the car is not as quick that I want it to be. So it's not that comfortable at Miami, unfortunately. And we've got another flag coming now, and I tried to defend for the petition. I accidentally went into but I did not realise it was that far in. I thought it was still behind the arrow with white, not red. So obviously I didn't realise it was that close to me. So unfortunately I got worried for it, which is right for the show. And we've got Nico Hulkenberg, who had a really good race last night in China, had unfortunately DNF due to mechanical failure, which is unfortunate for Hulkenberg. I think he was running like P6 or something. He was having a really good race, and I made a mistake, and I'd gone off the track, and I hit the curb wrong timing, and we've got two cars going by Lando P14. Remember what I did bad for they are leading low at the moment, which is quite strange. But Lando is down there, we know it's my rival, so I got the DR and ER to try to get the move pack on them to double overtake. But I couldn't do it. To the Porsche defend for the position really well, that I should end up had to back out from it and try again. We go into the final sector 2. Had Albon got into the wall, and it got front wing damage. It was too tight. I was on the outside, he was on the inside, so he hit the wall and hit into me, and he got 5-second penalty for it, and I got underbody damage, unfortunately. I wish I had brought out safety car. So I have two thoughts going in now for the hard tire or hold off for it, and I went straight ahead. Last thing I didn't hit it too much, Lando, but that was too distracted. But I'm looking my slacking too tall, so I went straight ahead this track and I did hit the barrier. So I got a broken, damage near wing, unfortunately. But I was too distracted trying to figure out what slacking she was supposed to do. So, what I'm happy about is that I didn't crash into Lando and told him I'm ready to be over, so thank God for that. So I went into the pit and I forgot that they had gone in, so which makes me to lose time now, and everyone takes him too bloody long to get all the tyre and everything to put it back onto me, because they had to go and get it and everything. So I put a hard tyre, it was risky, because what I said about the hard tyre, I feel uncomfortable. And we got both middays to double stack, and we got I believe it's George Russell coming out for P10 and P9, so we're now getting ready to maintain, so the technical car going in, and we got Weighty Joe driving smoke in mechanical failure, and Max Verstappen is controlling the track so we can get a good exit. I think we got double car going in the pit as well, to got one of the Aston Martin. And we got Mercedes joining the pit along with Alfa Tauri. So that means the reason why Mercedes has gone in is because Leclerc crashed into Kevin Magnussen as they come out of the pit lane, pit into him. So therefore, towards him had to go in again and have 5-second penalty, which was very uncommon to see that. AI make mistake coming out the pit lane, so it's very uncommon, and I think it's quite cool. And obviously right now I'm sluzzing, just having a hard time. I'm trying my best to be able to control it or something. And I made a mistake as I went off the curb, onto the curb, with the car now, went into the wall, and unfortunately ended my race. But it's a mistake I made by going on the curb, because it was too quick. As I got on there, and it just blew my back wheel out, and then I believe it's the right term, it's oversteer, went to the wall and unfortunately ended my race.
They've done it then. A truly magnificent win here at the Miami International Autodrome. What do you think it was today, Ants, that gave them the edge over the competition?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
As a team got Sergio Perez on P1, so he must have overtaken Max Verstappen later on, like, I'm pretty sure before I don't let fly from our clash, as he was on the track. And we got George P2 and believe that when it actually battled on P3. So it's a good day for the Red Bull, but can they make a comeback this season? That they were dominating. So the Red Bull, can they do it this season? We should not wait if it is early of the season. So they can trade over the court. I mean, I can try to come back and fight for the championship, but we know that's definitely impossible at this point. So we got George pulling away from Charles with 14 points. His name was Carlo. And we got Jared with 19 points, and I'm P6 in DLP 17. So, but what I'm happy about, I got points in China, but it was not going as planned. I knew that I was going to struggle. I knew I'm going to fall down to the field because of how uncomfortable I feel around Miami, unfortunately. I didn't really think I'm going to end in crash, but you know what can I do about it, really? I just got to keep learning how to live in Miami. Just got to put more time in practice section. I mean, I spent one section in practice, so maybe I should spend more time with this track that I struggle on, and hopefully I can make something out of it. So, unfortunately, we got bound race for it, but we got to be getting ready to hike over Hoot and Mola. It's still 1 point. The fifth race of the season in that episode. So don't forget watching, please like, subscribe to another taste about on, and peace out.